Hello, and welcome to Snack Decisions, the show where I help you make good snack decisions. On today's episode, it's a true snack decision, as I just bought some stuff at an anniversary event that were made special for the event, and I'm going to try them for the first time with no preconceived notions of what they are. The previously mentioned event is the 25th anniversary of the Smashing Pumpkins' Machina, the Machines of God album. They're re-releasing it, expanded version with Machina 2 as well, and this weekend, or the last weekend, they had a release party, and they had some special pastries and other things available to purchase. So I figured I'd try these things. Some of them have punny names and everything. But yeah, I figured I'd try them and let's see how they taste, honestly. This is all taking place at Madame Zuzu's in Highland Park, which opened first in 2012 and then closed in 2018, and then reopened in a bigger space in 2020. There's Smashing Pumpkin vinyls. They have tea. It's mainly a tea house. Tea, coffee, other drinks. There's a seating area and a very, very small performance area that Billy Corgan can perform at, or whoever it is. It's a nice little space, honestly, in a nice little neighborhood of Highland Park. But it's the 25th anniversary, so they made some special things. First up, it's
the Everlasting Glaze.
No, Billy. It's the Everlasting Glaze, not the Everlasting Gaze. It's a chocolate glazed donut. It looks like that. The picture didn't make it look... When I went, the picture didn't... It looked like a normal donut and not a chocolate donut. But yeah, this one is... it looks very heavily glazed and, ton of chocolate. Looks almost like a double chocolate donut. So let's try it. Pretty standard stuff. Little light on, it's very chocolatey, it does have a heavier glaze flavor, vanilla flavor, whatever that is, sugar. It kind of reminds me of a chocolate donut that is glazed kind of like a Krispy Kreme donut. Well, that's how heavy the glaze is on this. It's kind of sweet, but not. I think the size is about right for me to finish it. And there's a little shot of the inside as well. I don't know how it compares to how does it compare to a Dunkin' Donut? Because that's probably the easiest one to compare it to. It's a little bit more moist and not as usually the Dunkin' Donut, the chocolate glazed ones are a little bit hard on the outside because of the glaze. This one's still nice and moist and fine and chewy, so it does get a leg up there. Glaze is a little heavy-handed, but when you have something called the Everlasting Glaze, sure, why not? So I will give the Everlasting Glaze 4 stars out of 5. And now we move on to the other thing they made, which I will try to show you in the camera. It is insistent upon falling over, but we will try it. Oh, boy. Yep. What is that? Oh, that is Goth Cake. Again, they didn't provide any descriptions on these things, so I have zero idea what's in this. I'm assuming it's chocolate. Maybe some blood will ooze out of it when I cut it. I don't know, probably not. It's just one piece. It's a very big cake, but it's a nice sized piece. This is the first time I'm using an implement to eat anything on this show. Very good piece of cake. Again, moist, chewy. Not stale at all. This one actually doesn't go too far in the sweet category. It kind of, if you get some of the icing, you get a little bit more sweetness, but the actual chocolate cake itself is very well done. Nicely baked, I guess. And when you do get that sweetness, it's not too much, and it just kind of complements the rest of the chocolate. This almost reminds me of the one time in college I had a lot of chocolate and I couldn't finish something. It doesn't go that far, but it reminds me of it because it's so gothic. It does kind of make me want to hang out at a mall in 1999 at Hot Topic. I do like chocolate a lot, and this is, again, it's a well-balanced cake. If you get some of the icing, it's sweet. If you don't, it's just a nice chocolate flavor. I will give the Goth Cake 5 stars. Awesome. I'm not doing packaging because these came in a bag or something, so I didn't really have to open anything up. As for value, I forgot the individual prices on these. I just know both of them cost $16. I'm gonna I would say the donut was probably a little bit too expensive, and I would say the cake is probably about right. Given the size of it, it is a big piece of cake, especially how it's a special cake as well. But in terms of value of both of these, $16 for a piece of cake and a donut probably is a little bit on the high side. So I will give the value on this 2 stars. But again, they're special items, and you're not going to get them any other time. But yeah, it was interesting to try them. I would definitely recommend the Goth Cake over the Everlasting Glaze, despite the pun. Good pun. If you ever go to Madame Zuzu's and you're looking to get food, yeah, they're pretty competent, honestly. You're not going to get these because this is only for the special anniversary weekend. But yeah, their pastries are pretty good. Yep, go forward with gusto. Let's move to the snack bar. I know you're not dead, Billy. Thank you. On the snack bar today, we are doing something from Cruz Blanca. This is Rey Gordo 2020. This is a barrel-aged imperial stout. It was aged in an 11-year Bardstown bourbon barrel. It is just a straight stout. There's no additions to it or anything. I figured a big barrel-aged stout would handle the big flavors that would be coming from these chocolate items. Pours dark like a stout with some khaki head. Yeah, the bourbon is absolutely filling the room right now. That's insane. Oh, yeah. Legs for days, just coating the glass, honestly. Yeah, even though this is 5 years old, this is probably about the point where you should be, the longest amount of time you should be drinking something like this. Cruz Blanca opened in 2016 by Rick Bayless. Head brewer Jacob Zambrano has a food background, so he's very good with creating beers that pair well with food, specifically the tacos and taqueria that they have at Cruz Blanca. The tayudas are the best, honestly. And last year, I believe it was last year, they were bought out by Molson Coors. So they I guess, are kind of a big brewery now. You've probably seen their Mexico Calling somewhere, because I believe that is now distributed nationwide. It is a Mexican lager, or just a lager. Heavy on the bourbon, chocolate, maybe a little roast. Definitely some oak, some vanilla. Oh yeah, this is probably going to go pretty well with either or both of these. The beer has smoothed out considerably. I think I remember having this when it came out and it was a little bit on the hot side. It still has a little bit of heat. You do get the bourbon and that nice little kick there, but wow, it is smooth. It is almost like drinking a glass of bourbon. It does have a little bit of a chocolate character. It's not overly fudgy or chocolatey, but it has some chocolate character in it. This is definitely a sipper. You're not going to chug this thing. I forgot the ABV on it. I believe it's somewhere in the 13% range. Oh, no, 11.5, a little bit on the low end. Usually these things clock in at around 13. Oh, that's absolutely delicious. There's a slight amount of oxidation as well that's adding to the overall flavor or experience of the beer. It's not detracting from it. I would say there's a little sharpness to the end that it's adding. But yeah, this is a smooth ride all over the place. 5 stars for Rey Gordo. It's part of their Luchador series that they release every year. This is a pretty standard one, a barrel-aged stout. Jacob goes crazy with some of the things he does in terms of barrels and additions. Definitely worth picking up. It's coming up, honestly. It's usually somewhere October, November, December when they get released, so be on the lookout for that. I finally got into the Everlasting Glazes glazed butthole on top. That's just a ton of glaze, honestly. The pairing kind of mirrors the taste on both of these. So the Rey Gordo with the Everlasting Glaze, it adds a nice little bourbon note to the whole thing, but the glaze is so present and sweet and overpowering that it kind of knocks out any of a meld of any kind between the two. Whereas the chocolate cake, if you just do the cake, it's a fine pairing, but when you get cake and a little bit of the icing on the outside, it turns the Rey Gordo adds a nice bourbon vanilla note to everything that elevates it a little bit. The cake by itself was good. This just adds a little bit something else to the cake that it doesn't have. So the pairing with the Everlasting Glaze, I'm going to give a 3 because that is a heavy amount of glaze that is coming through. Thanks, Billy. I know you're not dead. With the cake, it's a 5-star pairing. It's just adding a little something to the cake itself. The cake was a 5-star. The beer was a 5-star. Obviously, sometimes the pairing doesn't go well. This just made it really good and really perfect. Well, thanks for watching. Follow, like, and subscribe. If you manage to get out there and try these during the weekend, great. Madame Zuzu's, yeah, the cake is really, really good. The Everlasting Glaze, yeah, a little too glazed heavy. I understand that, but yeah, kind of knew what you were getting with a donut called the Everlasting Glaze, I guess. Like, subscribe, follow. I try to do things like this if I see them pop up. But yeah, definitely visit Cruz Blanca, visit Madame Zuzu's for tea, coffee, records. Every once in a while, they'll do a special release. 2 years ago, they did the Siamese Dream. 30th, where they turned into a Tower Records for the weekend. That was pretty cool. Yeah, they do this stuff from time to time. But yeah, it was really fun to try these. I don't think I've ever had any food from Madame Zuzu's before now. Yeah, a little too much glaze, but the cake is good. Yeah, and apparently they have a cookie and cream cake because I was offered that. They didn't know they had the Goth Cake. I was, ooh, Goth Cake, okay. Yeah, but thanks, and make good snack decisions.